Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. Dalton Netsch has potential, but he's been terrible on the field. It makes sense for the Lakers to trade him for someone else because Netsch has some value in the league. When Dalton Netsch's shots fall, he doesn't add much value to the Lakers. The former University of Tennessee standout's defensive shortcomings dashed his hopes of seeing significant playing time during his rookie year, despite his supposed offensive prowess. With Dalton Knecht floundering at the NBA Summer League, the LA Lakers might consider moving on from the sharpshooting guard. Dalton Knecht impressed many fans last season with his performances. As the number 17 pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, there weren't a lot of expectations for the young guard. However, he proved to be a pivotal star for the Los Angeles Lakers, getting big minutes during the season. Austin Reeves even called Knecht the Lakers' breakout star. However, after a strong start to the year, his numbers went down drastically. Luka Doncic's arrival led to Knecht performing poorly, as his minutes were reduced significantly. This could be because of the Lakers' failed Mark Williams trade, where Knecht almost joined the Charlotte Hornets. And this trend of poor performances has continued this summer, as Dalton Knecht has struggled in the NBA Summer League. Could the Lakers consider trading Knecht after this run? And if so, what team would be the best spot for him? Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets wanted to land Dalton Knecht last season. And at the deadline, they thought they did when they sent Mark Williams to the LA Lakers. However, with the trade voided, Knecht returned to the Lakers. But what if the Hornets tried again? It's clear they need a guard who can shoot the ball well, someone who can be a backup to their new rookie Con Newpel. However, another Hornets rookie, Liam McNeely, looks to be an upgrade over Knecht. But the Hornets could still land Knecht and have the two guards compete for the spot. Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies traded Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic just a few weeks ago. As a result, they're lacking in shooters on their roster. The Grizzlies could look to land Knecht, who is a young shooter who can fit alongside Ja Morant. What helps is that Knecht is also a player with decent defensive potential. If the Grizzlies develop him the right way, he could be a strong rotation player for them as they look to establish a new direction for their team. Brooklyn Nets. At this point, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be linked to almost every star on the trade market. Even if they're not interested in Knecht, he can be a solid salary cap filler for them. Furthermore, as the Nets look to build around Igor Demon, they can provide him with a strong shooting outlet by landing Knecht and adding him to their rotation. The trade becomes even more appetizing for Lakers fans when they realize they can make this deal without having to take on another salary, given the Nets' abundance of cap space. Dalton Knecht and LA Lakers might benefit from a change of scenery. Dalton Knecht's decline with the LA Lakers since February might not be an indication of his quality as a player. Rather, it might be that he doesn't fit well on the team anymore since the arrival of Doncic. And that's perfectly fine, he might actually do better in another environment. Of course, the Lakers looking to trade Knecht after a shoddy summer league outing is premature. But if his poor performances continue into training camp and the regular season, don't be surprised if they look to move him. Gruesome Darius Bazley injury dampens plans to sign Lakers Summer League standout. Darius Bazley's injury against the Boston Celtics could hurt his future with the Los Angeles Lakers. Darius Bazley was putting together a strong case at the NBA 2K26 Summer League to make the Los Angeles Lakers roster for opening night. An injury in the second quarter against the Boston Celtics in Thursday's matchup has quickly halted that momentum. Bazley was making a move towards the basket before his right leg appeared to give out on him. At this time, there is no update on the specifics of the injury. One can only hope the Lakers' big man is getting the treatment that is needed right now. Bazley could not leave the court on his own after going down. The Lakers' Summer League standout stayed on the floor until being helped to a wheelchair and escorted to the back. It was a gutting moment to watch unfold. Bazley's excellence should not have gone unnoticed for Lakers. There will always be a conversation to not overvalue what has been on display at a stage like Summer League, or the G League similarly, but Bazley was having a strong showcase of his skills. The athletic big man started to look like a real option for small ball lineups. Jovan Buha highlighted his contributions on a recent episode of his podcast. The Lakers reported discussed the topic with his guest Raj Chipalu. Darius Bazley, to me, has been the standout performer overall in Summer League, Buha said. He's the guy who just pops on the screen with his athleticism, his speed, the length. He's gone through this metamorphosis where he started off as almost a tweener, now he's playing center functionally. The Lakers reporter praised Bazley's defensive abilities when switched onto Cooper Flagg in the Lakers matchup against the Dallas Mavericks earlier in the summer. Buha described the chaotic energy on display as a fun watch. Unfortunately, that all led to the disappointing result that was seen on Thursday. A potential hidden gem for the Lakers, at a position of need, has been taken off the board for the near future. While Bazley works towards making what is, hopefully, a successful recovery, the Lakers should remain diligent. Just because the two-way big man may not be able to impact the 2025-26 season does not mean a roster spot cannot be earned again in the future. Bazley was off to a strong start against the Celtics in what could have been another performance that testified to his ability. The Lakers center had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks in his first 8 minutes of the game, registering a +5 during his time on the court. When Bazley is hopefully back on his feet, the Lakers should remember what was on display in Vegas. The standout performer deserves another crack at proving himself once more. Clear front office fix could fast-track Lakers back to juggernaut status. Rob Pelinka could use some help in the Los Angeles Lakers front office. Rob Pelinka is a divisive figure for Los Angeles Lakers fans. For those advocating in favor of continuing his future with the Lakers once Mark Walters' ownership group steps in, adding some additional voices to the front office should allow Pelinka the added help needed in Los Angeles. That was a suggestion brought forth by Jovan Buha on a recent episode of Buha's Block in response to a question about upgrades the new regime can make once the sale of the Lakers is complete. The Lakers reporter thought having some contrasting viewpoints could prove beneficial. Adding another voice or two below Pelinka that he likes and that he trusts, but also has a say and maybe has a differing basketball opinion or viewpoint, Buha said regarding what would help the front office. Buha thought more voices that would offer the opportunity to break the pattern of the Lakers being insular, and that was something the franchise could not ignore. That shift had begun with J.J. Redick, and it needs to keep going. Lakers' road to being juggernauts under Mark Walter is evident. Many in Los Angeles have already begun to dream of Sam Presti as the executive that comes in and saves the day for the Lakers when Walter's group take the reins of the franchise. There are certainly far more ludicrous dreams out there, but it is important to have a fallback more grounded in reality. If Presti does not answer the cries of Lakers fans, and instead chooses to remain with the well-run machine he built in the Oklahoma City Thunder, Pelinka will likely be afforded his opportunity to prove himself to Walter. Doing little things like adding the support mentioned by Buha would go a long way. Pelinka has offered a mixed bag during his time as Lakers general manager. His good is usually really good. His bad can be downright hideous. Perhaps the contrasting viewpoints suggested earlier would serve to save Pelinka from himself at times. It should not be difficult to make the Lakers, of all franchises, a model of consistent and sustainable success. It has been done before, and quite frankly, that should play in their favor. Buha also brought up how much weight the allure and the branding of the Lakers should carry. The recent front office management has dampened that a touch. The podcast host pointed to the Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics, and even the Los Angeles Clippers, as franchise models to emulate. If the Lakers had their level of well-run competence and consistency, Buha thought the Lakers would be a juggernaut hiding in plain sight. It is difficult to disagree with that assessment. LeBron James' greatness is complicating the Lakers' long-term plans. LeBron is not holding the Los Angeles Lakers back, he is actually holding them up. Nick Wright made a sharp point recently on the What's Right show. It's almost as if the Los Angeles Lakers are frustrated that LeBron James hasn't fallen off. That statement might be the most accurate way to describe what is going on in Los Angeles. It's almost as if the Lakers are frustrated that LeBron hasn't fallen off. Me, personally, I'd love having two top 10 guys on my team. It doesn't seem like the Lakers necessarily feel the same way. Instead of being thrilled that James is still performing at an elite level in year 22, the Lakers front office seems impatient and eager to move on, as if his greatness is in the way of some future plan. That plan, reportedly, revolves around Luka Doncic. The Lakers are focused on 2027, clearing cap space and building toward a dream scenario where Doncic is still wearing purple and gold, and paired with a superstar. Here is the thing, they are acting like they do not already have a superstar in the building. That is where this whole strategy starts to lose touch with reality. LeBron James is the co-star the Lakers need beside Luka Doncic. Let's get one thing straight, James is not holding the team back. In fact, he has been holding it up. Last season, LeBron was 6th in MVP voting. He was All-NBA second team. He averaged 25-8-7, led the league in clutch scoring for most of the year, and still gave them a shot in every playoff game. Those are all things you can win with. Yet, the Lakers' offseason has felt more like a team winding down than gearing up. They have made minimal moves. They have floated vague long-term plans. They are acting like the window has closed, when it is still wide open, as long as LeBron is in uniform. Seriously though, who exactly are they waiting for? The 2026 free agent class does not guarantee anything. Kevin Durant, Trae Young, and De'Aaron Fox could all be available, but none of those guys are playing at a higher level than LeBron is right now. In 2027, maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic hit the market, but that is far from certain. Betting on future stars that may never arrive, while sidelining a legend who is still absolutely producing, is not a plan. That is just wishful thinking. The Lakers' obsession with Luka is understandable. He is a generational talent. But if the Lakers truly want to be a championship franchise, not just a marketing machine, they need to stop pretending LeBron is an expiration date and start treating him like the opportunity he still is. One day in the near future, LeBron will no longer be on this team. When that day happens, they will realize the problem was taking him for granted. NBA scout brutally rips into Lakers LeBron James for offseason drama. LeBron James has been the talk of the NBA offseason over the last couple of weeks. As his situation with the Los Angeles Lakers continues to develop, things have gotten very strange between the two parties. Some reports have suggested that the Lakers would love to move on from James. Others have stated that James has major issues with Los Angeles. No one knows what the full true story is, but things are not great between the two parties. Earlier this offseason, James decided to opt into the final season on his contract with the Lakers. He will be paid over $52.6 million for the 2025-26 campaign. Read more. Report, Lakers may face Luka Doncic threat from Western Conference rival since he opted in. Reports and updates have not stopped coming in. Plenty of trade rumors have surrounded James. Teams have called Los Angeles with potential interest in acquiring the 40-year-old superstar. However, his contract will make any deal difficult to execute. That being said, an NBA scout has now ripped into James for the offseason drama that he has caused. As shared by Sam Amico of Hoops Wire, the scout did not hold back at all when talking about James and how he has been handling things this offseason. He's too old to be doing this, the scout said. I admire LeBron the player and the person. But enough is enough, dude. The NBA is soon going to march on without him, very soon. And it will indeed move on and it will flourish. I just think it's time for LeBron to take a back seat to the guys who are the new faces of the league. I think fans are getting sick of hearing about him, especially when it's all just nonsense. Read more. Knicks link to potential blockbuster move for new star James is coming off of a 2024-25 NBA season that saw him continue playing at a high level. He played in 70 games, averaging 24.4 points per game to go along with 8.2 assists, 7.8 rebounds, and a steal. James also shot 51.3% from the floor and 37.6% from the three-point line. Expect to continue hearing reports and rumors surrounding James in the coming days. It's likely that he will play out the upcoming season with the Lakers and then make a decision on playing another year with a different team or retiring.